All right. This.
Is it just me?
Oh, we have Darlene.
No, I'm here, Kimmy.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Let's come over here. There's that.
Whenever there's an argument between your heart and your mind.
If you ladies could just mute yourselves, that'd be great.
The things that the heart can understand and feel, the mind cannot relate to. There are things that you feel, that you know in your heart of hearts, that's not logical, it's not practical, it's not realistic, but there's something in you that says, I can do this. If you do what is easy, your life will be hard. But if you do what is hard, your life will be easy. People that are hungry are uncommon people. Are hungry, have a vision of themselves when they leave here, leaving a legacy and not liabilities.
How do you get to that next level? You must learn to dominate. You cannot compete. Domination, not competition. Anybody can do this, folks. Anybody can do this. This is not about a college degree. This is about massive amounts of action.
3?
Whatever you think you're worth, if you're not sure of your own value, your own goals, and what you want, the world will never reward of what you want, your value, and your goals.
That is a pretty perfect s'more, but
People that are hungry are willing to do the things today others won't do in order to have others won't have. People that are hungry are relentless. People that are hungry are unstoppable. People that are hungry refuse to give up. I'm willing to make this happen. No excuse is acceptable. I'm going to do whatever it takes. I can do it. If anybody's ever done it at any point in time in history, then what's possible for one is possible for me, and I'm going to do it. It's my time. It's possible. It's necessary. It's me. It's hard. It's worth it. I don't know what you want to do. Seemed like yesterday when I was the new kid on the block. Now it's 68. I'm the old dude. My mother, I remember the first home I bought her in. This home she saw. She didn't know I had planned to get that home for her. I purchased the home and I said, Mama, I think I know the people who live there. You do? I said, yes, ma'am. I said, I'm going to stop in and say hello. And I drove there and I opened the door. And she got out, and Mom at that time, she held my arm and we were walking toward the house. And we got to the door. And I couldn't hold it anymore.
that's your last one.
My pocket and took the key out and put it in the
get ready for bed here soon.
This is your home. Mama, I bought this to you. I pushed the door open. She stuck her head in the door. She said, anybody home? I said, no, Mama. Nobody's here. This is yours. If you want to think bad enough to go out, to work day and night for, give up your time, your peace, and your sleep for all that you dream and scheme about. Life seems useless. And if you gladly sweat for it, and lose all your terror of the opposition for it, if you simply go after that thing that you want with all of your capacity, strength and sagacity, faith, hope, and confidence, and stern pertinacity, with the help of God, you would get it.
Clary knows I was there. What's you?
How are you? I'm gonna mute folks here.
Jason is trying to sabotage me.
I'm not sure if I'm doing a movie.
I'll make Clary hate me, but I swear to you, I will end it before I let that happen.
Hear that?
Listen, once we have the mirror,
I'm still hearing the video.
I don't let Clary hate me. You're not sure if I've been through. Clary doesn't care about you. Yes, she
That's
does.
not playing.
smashed their leg. When
Does
she
anyone
realized the
have
truth
any
about it,
background movie on or something? There we go. I'm not sure. That was interesting. Anyway, hey guys. I hope that was a good movie. Hey guys, it's July 24th. I can't believe it. And we are more than halfway through this year and 2 weeks post summit. And I am so very excited to announce so many of you who are changing lives. This month we have Kara, Shane, Amanda, Karen, Allie, Caitlin, Lindsay, Rambo, Sana, and Courtney. Ladies, you are on your way to hitting Success Club, which is your first achievable goal in creating consistent habits in this business. And I was unable to actually look at Stacy's downline. So if anybody in Stacy's downline has a couple of Success Club points, please raise your hand or let me know. All right, yay, Heather. Okay. Sorry, I didn't get to look at everything because I've been tied up this evening. But success people who have hit Success Club this month have been myself. I'm at Success Club 6. And Lindsay and Jessica are in Success Club 10. Lindsay has 10 and Jessica Guzman has 14 so far in the month of July. Awesome job, guys. And I don't get to see Gina's downline either. So if she wants to tell us what a superstar coach she is too, because I know she's... Go ahead, recognize yourself, Gina.
There we go. I am at 8. I'm trying for 10, but I'm stuck at 8. I've been stuck at 8 for a long time, so hopefully I could plow through. We'll see. That's my goal.
We all know what it means to be stuck, and it's time to get unstuck.
Mm-hmm.
As Alex Ross says best in all of her videos these days, it is time to get unstuck. And there is no better time than right now. And I am here I don't have notes here, guys. I have a new book. It's completely empty. This is coming straight off the top of my brain from what I've learned. And I have taught this and presented it to you guys all before. And this time I'm just going to say it's time to just do it. So we're going to talk about Team Cup, okay? I have posted a calendar for the month of August already. I did not yet pin it to the top. I can do so this week because we have started our clean eating group. And, you know, I don't know if anybody's noticed, but there are about 100 people in that clean eating group. Is that right, Lindsay? About 100 people, because I believe many of you have taken it very seriously as to what massive action means coming off of this summit. And that means inviting. We learned by some of the leaders there that we should be inviting to our challenges 75% of the time. And everything, if you can't do anything in one day, you should at least be inviting. Okay, so I'm just going to share with you the preparation that I only did starting, I don't know, what was it, like I think Thursday or Friday last week. So I've never used one of these, guys. See that? I've never used one. And so far I'm on my 4th right here. And I have one for the clean eating group, which already started. And out of 100 people that I invited to that, 16 of them are participating. So that's above 10%, which is good, right? And then this sheet here is split. The top half of the sheet is, I started last minute because I made a post about it never being too late. We're shift shoppers. And while none of those people committed to the shift shop, they did all commit to August 7th, and they're doing free clean eating. Okay? So the bottom half of this, down here, about 60, is invitations to our coach sneak peek. Because we also need to make sure that we're consistently inviting to the coaching opportunity. And sure, we have the challenge to coach opportunity way in which we do things, but there are people out there that you interact with every single day who are looking for all sorts of opportunities. There are many people who have side gigs. There are many people who work 2 jobs. And there are many people who use those 2 jobs as their excuse not to do this, okay? So it is your responsibility to provide value to people as to what it actually is, our mission. And the more, we've been doing this for almost 3 years. Next, or I guess it'll be September for me, and this month I think it is for Stacy, that we've been coaches for 3 years. And, we've always known the mission is to help people get, lead happy and healthy, fulfilling lives. And we've always wanted to create that community, but there's a key word that we're missing, and that's help. Okay. We do a really good job in coddling, carrying people along. We do an awesome job at telling them how beautiful they are and empowering them to be their best selves and to gain confidence. And we do an awesome job. Now we need to empower them. If we truly want to take this all seriously, we truly need to empower people to share this with other people, because I want each and every one of you to know that feeling that you have in your heart when your challengers show up. And when even when somebody says yes, they may not have, ordered their challenge pack yet, but even when someone does say yes, how awesome that feels, right? I think Brendan Bouchard or Darren Hardy, one of them said, look at all the people in this room, right? Look at all these people in this room. Do you want 10 jerks who tell you no to have more of an effect of you than the thousands of people who are sitting in the stadium, right? Who all said yes. So I want you guys to keep that in mind. And I really want you all to empower your people as to, yes, we are helping them, but we're not helping anybody unless they know how to help themselves, right? It's like raising children. We can do for our kids, but the best people who go out into this world are the ones who know how to do for themselves. So we really should be treating our challengers the same exact way, so that when they go out, right, they know exactly what they're sharing, and it's not weird. So we're moving into Team Cup, and just by a show of hands, how many of you have a registered Team Cup? Okay, so that means each of you have 5, not each of you, but either you have a team and there's 5 on it, or you're a part of team, right? Everybody on this call is on a Team Cup? Okay. Brian, you're not? Okay. And what's that, Stace? Oh, somebody unmuted. Oh, hey, Dawn. Thanks for joining. It's so good to see you here. Hey. I'm just going to mute you. Okay, so guys, Team Cup is a perfect opportunity, okay, to jumpstart your activities. So if anybody has ever read the 10X rule, I think that The Compound Effect is a great book to start with, but I think if somebody's truly interested in being a business builder, they need to read that book, because I feel as I have failed as a mentor because I was trying to build a business off of inviting 3 to 5 people a month. Doesn't work. Okay. We have a beautiful community, right? We have a beautiful community and we have people all around us. But if we truly want to make this our gig, we need to take massive action, more responsibility. One of the top coaches was the one who said to be filling out 100 bubbles a day, whether it's a mixture of coaching opportunity and challenge groups and free groups, whatever it is, 100 bubbles a day. For me, it's easier to like invite 100 bubbles to this and 100 bubbles to that. And I hate to be calling people bubbles. That's not what I mean. I don't mean to make it impersonal, but it's funny. It's been working for me. And then what I did was I just take the people who say yes, and those are the, or I'm talking to, or who reply to me. Those are the people I put in my Teamsy so that I can keep those conversations. All the people who don't reply to me, they'll probably get an invitation in the future again. They'll be the ones who get sick and tired of hearing from me, but eventually they may say yes. We heard from a woman at Super Saturday this past week who her coach invited her every single month for a year. Every single month for a year. That's pretty awesome. And then she finally said yes because she was ready. But just because somebody says no, it means not now. So moving forward for Team Cup, what I would like to do on Monday nights, a half an hour before our call, we're going to have a power half hour. Okay? A power half hour. And guys, this is really not talking. This is, I'm inviting. I have my blurb. So we're going to hop right here on the Zoom call. I have my blurb and we are going to invite and fill up as many bubbles as possible. Okay? So 30 minutes before every Monday night call. All right? The goal, all right, is for everyone to push their limits. And I am taking this from the top coach, Melanie Mitro. Her model is to hit Success Club 8 every week. So that's 4 people per week. All right? Well, I got 16 into a free group in one day. I think this can be done. What is it going to take though? It's actually going to take doing those steps. It's not, and you know what, guys? Who's in a pod here? A pod group where you're sharing information, you know, with like cross teams on Team Perseverance. Okay. So in my pod, I shared exactly how many people I was inviting and how I was doing it. And it's a simple question. Hey, I'm having a free clean eating group on Monday. Would you be interested in joining us? That's it. And that was, and that's an invite to eat people, whether it's a cold invite or a warm invite, people I've been inviting or whatever. The way I've been doing that is I go to my messages and I just spin the wheel. And whoever it stops on, that's who I invite. And I did that 100 times. So there's really no craziness to it other than just inviting. And then once you invite them and they respond, then those are the people in which you're forming. Then you're learning their goals. Then you're building that relationship. But at least you know that they're interested and you're not wasting all of this time, right? We should be adding people to our network every single day. We should be creating value of the content in which we publicly post. According to Shailene Johnson, it should not just be a selfie, right, with your wear and share, but that you should be creating some curiosity, right? Like, what is that thing today I did a boomerang of me shaking my shake. You know, somebody's going to say, what is she shaking? Like, even if they think it's weird. So again, it's that building that curiosity. So Team Cup, again, moving into it, start with the invitation because this is about affecting and helping as many people as we can and actually reaching what your potential could be. And you are you're the only person in which you have to work with or against, right? If you're doing it, you're doing it. You got to be proud of that. At least you did it. I mean, whether something comes of it or doesn't come of it, you just have to do it. Okay? You have to set aside those hours and just get it done. All right? By the way, I'm drinking club soda out of our wine glass. Very good. Yeah. You know what? It's good. It's just that it's sort of like smoking. It's that hand to mouth thing, right?
I just didn't want to, I wanted to make sure everybody knew as I'm sitting here that it's club soda with strawberries.
You're being accountable.
I have a s'more. That was a good one.
Oh. So guys, let's do it. Let's rock this cup. Let's, I asked for people who want to win because, again, I know my personality and I like to achieve goals. So if I have people on my team who are pushing me, then I'll try and achieve what each and every one of you are doing. But I will guarantee you that I'm also filling out 100 of these a day. Okay. And it can be done. It can be done. And it doesn't take 8 hours at all. I think I did, you could do 20 at a time. I did on the airplane. I think I sent out 60 of them before we took off on the runway. Like, I mean, it's not that hard, guys. Just have your message, right? It doesn't have to be all foo-foo-y. And people respond if they want to. And if they do respond, put them on your not now list, even if they say no, because they gave you that courtesy of responding. And so let's do it. Let's go for 4 challengers per week. However, I will tell you, Diesel Nation is upping it to 5 per week. So those are the sisters. What are their names?
Delgado.
Thank you. The Delgado sisters. I just drew a blank. So who's on it? Who's in it? Who is up for, like, truly, honestly, just ask the question. Worst thing that can happen, people say no. I think it's better if they say no because at least they responded, All right. So we're inviting. There's really nothing to belabor about Team Cup. We're just going to go for it. I don't know what the prizes are. I don't know because I haven't looked that up. I haven't taken that time because it's not about the prize, right? It's about helping people. It's about helping people achieve results. And let's help your people. Let's help your people who you are already encouraging. Let's help them get on a Team Cup as well. So this is my second call to action for each and every one of you. Many of you have been carrying along level 1 discount coaches for a really long time, including myself. So in order to show them a little bit of value, I encourage you to encourage them to be on a Team Cup. Okay, guys, you can make their Team Cups for them. It went into my downline, and I made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 teams. Okay, there's probably more because I had to go, but I have already made 7 teams that all you need is their email address and their coach ID number, and that's in your back online office. So you can actually make the teams for them. And then if they don't do anything, they don't do anything. But if they do, how great could that be? Maybe they'll earn a commission, help pay for their Shakeology. Maybe some of them will even rank advanced to Emerald, which I would love to see our team produce a bunch of Emerald factories because, again, having all of those little emeralds, they're going to at least receive $14, right? And that $14 is just, Beachbody saying, hey, thanks for doing what you do every single month. This is the only company I know that pays you to get fit. Does anybody know of another one? I really don't. I mean, I'm sure there's other product companies, but our company, our mission is to truly help people, and it's Beachbody who recognizes us for that. So we're just going to keep moving forward and helping people achieve results and seeing value in coaching others. So the other thing I'm noticing everybody on this call is very active. And what I mean by very active is that somebody here has invited somebody to something before, except for maybe our new guy, but I know he's all over that. Hey, Jonathan, shout out. Oh, I got to interrupt here for a moment and put him on the spot, everybody. Meet Jonathan.
No worries. Oh, wow, I'm unmuted. Wow.
This is Meet Jonathan. Jonathan Clark, our
Hello,
Uber driver,
everyone.
who we're going to
Team Uber.
who did Shift Shop today for the first time, right?
I did another Beast Body. I'm gonna do Shift Shop after this call.
Wow. Oh, that's right.
Double up.
He's an hour behind.
I am an hour behind.
Shannon, does
almost
everyone know
80.
the story of how he got onto our team?
I don't. Would you like to tell it, Jonathan? Let's welcome.
Yeah, so we were. Wait, hold on.
I
My
love
fiance-
you. Actually, Jonathan, I have to be honest with you. I bet that day you drove around so many Beachbody coaches.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I love hearing your version of what happened.
Okay. No pressure.
I think it's a conglomerate of the entire day. But please share with us your version.
So I hope it's as good as she's making it out to be. So I picked them up, and she instantly says, it's like 6 of them, and she instantly says, all right, taxi cab, what is it called? Cash cab, let's do cash cab. And I was like, woo, let's do it. And I work out a lot, and I pull up my protein powder. It was between my legs, and I say, hey, winner gets my protein. And everyone's like, ew. And I'm like, okay, you don't like chocolate protein, I get it. But they were saying ew because it's filled with all this nastiness, apparently. They started telling me about Shakeology and how it's filled with superfoods and all these, quote, Canadian words that we laughed about. But anyway, I told them that I knew about Tony because I did P90X like 10 years ago when it was popular on DVD. And they were like, oh, we know Tony. And I was like, you know Tony? And they're like, yeah, we're working out with him tomorrow. And I was like, and I'm thinking they're going to go to the gym with them, one-on-one with them tomorrow or something, like they're besties with Tony. And they're like, no, like he has his Beachbody thing tomorrow where there's going to be hundreds of people in there. It's going to be awesome. Do you want to come? And I was like, sure, why not? I'm thinking in my head, yeah, right, sure, do you want to come? Like, yeah, okay, bring you to your destination. Bye, nice to meet you. Have a good life. But they were like, no, we're serious. And we exchanged numbers. They're like, meet us at 5 o'clock in the morning at our B&B, which was 10 minutes from my house. So 5 o'clock the next morning, I'm there like, ding dong, hey, I'm here, let's do it. And they're like, oh, you really came? I'm like, yep, I sure did. And it was like 13 of you or something like that. And we walked to the convention center, and then we do this awesome workout, and I loved it. It was awesome. I think I screamed more than a lot of other people. I was like really pumped up about doing it. Anyway, it was awesome, and here I am now.
And can I just say, he was like at the workout, hey, Jonathan, it's so awesome to see you. It is. It's so awesome. So during the workout, he's like the one going around like high-fiving people like, yeah, you did awesome. And we're just like, this dude's in. Like, he's awesome. He's perfect.
I was like, let's go to the front. Let's do it.
I know.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Well, listen,
Sorry.
we attract like minds. At some point, there's some part of each and every one of us in every one of us. And that's why we make such an awesome team, and I love it. So welcome to the team. And I believe Stacey put you on his team cup, so you are on a team cup. You don't know what that means yet, but don't worry about it. We got your back.
I believe in you.
We are right now, we are in Clean Eating Week. We have a Gap Week next week, and then we are going to have a challenge group start, get ready, every Monday of August. Okay? So for those of you who run your own challenge groups, the official, I guess, start day for our challenge group would be, I don't have it up in front of me. Is it the 7th? Okay, 7th. So if that's all you plan on doing, fine. Just understand that there will be a challenge group starting every Monday. Okay. So if you have people trickle in 1, 2, and you don't have a full group to run of like 20, don't worry about it. We will all put our 4 people each per week in a group starting on that following Monday. Okay. So we are taking massive action. How many of you plan on running a challenge group on the 7th of your own? Okay, so 1. Lindsay, hold your hand up so I count you as 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we have definitely 4 running. Stacy, you have your men's group, right? So that's kind of 5. All right, so we will be starting another one on the 14th, and we will be so there's no excuses for people who are like, oh, I'm on vacation on the 7th. Oh, don't worry, we got one starting on the 14th. Okay? Yes, Missy.
Are each going to run 3 weeks? How long are the groups running? Like each?
Yes, 3 weeks.
Okay.
Okay. Which brings us I guess the one that we run on the final week will overlap, I think, 1 week with our September. And what I actually was thinking is that last challenge group, we're going to want to promote, what is it, Beast Week, Stacy?
Yep.
So what we can actually, instead of having a separate Beast Week, I think we should just invite those Beast Week people to that group. We'll just add them into that group. Okay? Does that sound good to everybody? Clear? Okay? Indifferent?
I understand that. What do you mean add them to the regular group, not like an exclusive beast? That's what you mean?
That's what I mean. And,
okay.
But the content, well, and because this is what it'll do. It'll give them like a sneak peek into what a regular challenge group is. Even though a Beast Week, we run it just like a challenge group, but it just kind of makes sense since we have a group open already. We can put them in there. The other group will only be running a week, and we could just let that group know that week 2 we might have, we're having a promotion. So if they want to have a friend, right, we can run it like that. So they can have a friend join them for 1 week for free in the challenge group as well, just to encourage. What I really want to make sure you guys are doing also in your challenge groups is truly, again, it all comes down to this thing called helping. Really encouraging your people to invite to the next challenge group. Right now we are in the final week of our challenge group, and we should be inviting them to our coach sneak peek on Wednesday morning to join the team, but empower them now to invite them, let them know when you're starting again, which is on the 7th. So again, it's the whole idea of sharing what we do. And, I think the more we make that the culture, the easier it'll be. Any questions?
Hey, just a question about if you're going to run a challenge group every week of the month of August, is there an intention or an idea about running a clean eating group every week? This way, it's very seamless to,
Well, we just have the clean eating. We have 100 people in the clean eating group now.
Right, but you could have 100 people in the next one too, and the week after that, and the week after that, and the week after that.
Could. Do you guys want a weekly clean eating group? Yes, Missy.
I know those of us that are in the pod are supposed to run a clean eating group starting August 7th anyway. So then we'd only be adding probably 1 or 2 other groups.
So just for a question, you along with your pod are running a clean eating group.
That was a message that Kristen had sent out today. Each pod run their own clean eating group for that week.
Oh, good. I didn't even notice that. Okay. Well, why don't we do this? If somebody's running a group with the pod and they have people, then we know that there's always going to be one available. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we just need to make some organization with this. So we're going to have to go up into the team page. I'll get on that.
I do want to say, guys, as for the clean eating groups, if you like the way that the ones that we run currently, if you like that format, I have posted on the Team Legacy page in the files, I made a complete breakdown of the time and the post, and I put a picture along with everyone. And obviously, I mean, you could reword however you want, but I literally have the entire 5 days laid out exactly. And it's super easy to get into Math Social, schedule it, and be done. And then in the group, the coaches of our monthly clean eating group, in the files is every single recipe, all the guidelines, every single thing that I use is available to you. So if you like the way if you like that format, it's all there. It's all there for anybody to use at any time. So please feel free to utilize that.
And it's simple, guys. There's no need to reinvent the wheel. I don't know, what group was that, Lindsay, that we were in? The Diamonds to Dollars group, I think it was. Megan Eggleston was one of the superstar coaches that shared it with us. And so we hated it. Now she lives in Virginia. She just moved to Virginia. So we have one on the 24th and we have one on the 7th. Missy, are you heading that, or who's your pod leader? You are. Awesome, girl. You go. That's so great. All right. So next I have, any questions before I move on? I put a little video in the group before I got on here live with all of you. It's about the UK launch. I mentioned some details in there. Bottom line, please watch that video. And if you have an opportunity to get on in the Beachbody Champions page tomorrow, they're going to be going live as well. If you have an opportunity to, Arnold will be live. He's going to be giving some tips and everything. But bottom line, guys, is it's August. We should be really, really, really having those conversations with people. I know I have a ton of people in that group, and they like to communicate with me one-on-one. I have seen some action in the group, but we have to make sure that we are not just posting to post, because they're not used to that. They post on Instagram. They don't need a group to interact with right now as far as they're concerned, unless there's some level of value brought to them. So one of the things that I was thinking was scheduling some nutritional things, like maybe some recipes that go in there daily, things, information about, and education about Shakeology. Because remember, they don't really know what it is. And something I learned was that apparently the UK is like the nutrition supplement vitamin capital of the world. So they're very used to supplements, but we're just another one. So we need to educate the people who are in our group right now as to why Shakeology is so awesome. And we can't just be like, it makes me feel great. Okay. I think the people who are in our group we have attracted, and they are like minds. Many of them are educated, okay, and many of them are entrepreneurial. So I think it's imperative that we give them the information that they are probably looking for that they haven't received yet. Okay, they're not necessarily looking for accountability yet because they don't know what a challenge group is. They know they want health and fitness, but they just know what Beachbody is, and they've been using Beachbody for 10 years on their own. So, so we need to provide a lot more value in that group and forming those relationships one-on-one. And then we need to start identifying who the leaders are. I have on my to-do list that I'm going to go there September 9th and participate in some sort of event. Don't have any details yet. Sort of like a Super Saturday, going to be pretty much the 12 topics of Coach Basics training, preparing these people for the business opportunity that will become available on October 19th. And the idea is to start encouraging them, building those relationships, letting them get results using Beachbody On Demand. And here's a key, guys. Beachbody On Demand right now, Beachbody On Demand UK, encourage them to sign up for it now. Because if they sign up for it later on their own through that website, they're going to go into the lead program. As far as I'm concerned right now, these are your customers. These are your challengers. These are your coaches. Okay? When they're not going to be assigned to all the people who have Beachbody On Demand will not be put into the lead pool. Okay. So the only reason why they're going to sign up as a coach or they're going to become a Shakeology purchaser is because of you. Okay. And they are going to come, you want them to come to you, not to somebody else. I already have 2 people for a fact that are talking to other coaches. I know it because I've seen them in other groups, and that's okay. I'm not worried because I think the relationship is what's the most important. But you remember that sometimes people see all this glitz and this glamour and they think that that's the best way to go. But we know that we provide so much value and so much relationships to our people that I truly want to make sure that the relationships that we are forming are real. Okay, because it would really suck, guys, if I go to this event and we have 67 people and nobody shows up. That'll be pretty crappy. I'm happy if one does. But, you know, we really, 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 this is an investment. If you're not running a UK ad, you should be. If you don't know how to run an ad, talk to your coach. If you know anybody in the UK, that's an immediate funnel. Okay? If you have a friend in the UK, ask them politely and kindly to please invite their friends, right? Because friends of friends are the best form of advertisement. So, and again, the goal is to help people and let them know how awesome this opportunity truly is. There are going to be prizes for all of the first-time UK coaches. They haven't announced any of these details yet, but there is the first X, they don't know what they're going to do yet, but the first X number, they talked about the first X number of coaches, the first X number of coaches that rank, they're all going to be highly recognized over there and monetarily as well. We want to create diamonds by October 19th. That's what we want to help them do. So they can start inviting to this free challenge group now that we have, but we have to make them want to invite to it, right? And so hopefully on October or September 9th, they'll also want to come and meet, not just me, but if anybody else wants to come with me, I would love that. But yeah, it's going to be great. each and every one of you should be striving for 2-star right now, because once the UK does launch, you are going to have a portion of that bonus. And when I think I mentioned it earlier, the UK is twice the size as Canada in population. So they saw an increase in volume, certainly when Canada came on board. But the difference between Canada and the UK is that the UK already knows Beachbody. Canada did not. Canada, Beachbody was brand spanking new. Nothing was there yet. They did not have this, they did not have any of the products. They did not have Shanti. The UK has been doing P90X and Insanity and T25 and PIO since day one. So this is going to be huge. So any questions? Yes, Missy.
So just to clarify, you said they can go ahead and order their on-demand and stuff now under our Coach ID and everything. They can do all that. They just don't have access to it yet.
It's not under our Coach ID. They have a specific website. It's in our UK group. It's
okay.
Beachbody Team Beach or beachbodyondemand.uk.co, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
What that does, it does not tie them to you, but what that will lock in is that they will not be put into and be assigned a random coach.
Okay. All right. And then if we want to tell them about this event that you're going to, do you know where you're going yet? No. Okay.
London. I'm going to London.
London. Okay.
And I put a little post in the group, but tag your people in it. I think I tagged everybody, like all the UK people in there, but if you're having, this is a great forming conversation. It's a great reason to message them. Hey, see that, our team is going to host an event.
Right.
We would love for you to come. It's going to be September 9th. We'll send you the details. It's just another contact point for you to make with them.
Okay. Thank you.
Shannon, are you hosting this event alone, or is this a Beachbody event as a whole?
This is not a Beachbody corporate event. They are not allowed to legally host an event. So this will be an event that is supported by multiple coaches. So I'm not doing it by myself. So there are other coaches who are going. I am not organizing. I am participating. I made that very clear. Give me a topic, put me on stage, give me a mic. I'm all good to go. But no, we haven't had the planning meeting yet, but we're going to have a planning meeting. Myself, Kristen, David, and there was somebody else, Joanne, I think, said she would go. And then I have a feeling David's going to bring in another superstar coach. I wouldn't be surprised if he pulls in Scotty Hobbs.
So, okay. So when that information comes out, you'll just let us know, and then we can message our people.
Yeah.
Right. So, and then one last question. I had someone from the UK sign up for the BOD yesterday, the day before. So that she will not go into the lead pool. So basically we're just hoping that she says yes to wanting to be a coach, and that's how she would then be on our team. Is that how that works?
Yep. That's exactly how it's going to work. So she's not being assigned to anyone. It does not mean she can't she has a Beachbody account. Okay. Right. What it does not mean is that she can still go to her Beachbody account and order whatever she wants. But if you have an established relationship with her, right, she will be asked, does she have a coach when she makes a new purchase? And that's where she will put you in.
Gotcha.
Yep. And those processes really haven't all been clear yet. Like, they haven't announced everything yet, but that's why, like, we know so little, but they made it very clear that all Beachbody On Demand people are not going into the lead pool. They will not be assigned random coaches.
Good. Okay.
Yep. Let me think of anything. Any other questions? You guys got great questions tonight. I love when you have questions. Anything else? All right. I did make a video about a bunch of details, so feel free to watch it. It's 20 minutes long. There's also the Beachbody Champions page meeting as well tomorrow. Okay. So everybody at SC2 is going for SC6, right? We're going to inspire at least 3 lives to close out July for this month. We're inviting to our August 7th challenge group. And starting August, we're going to massively invite and hit, I guess starting actually July 31st. By the end of that week, we're going to all strive for SC8. And for those of you who are new on the phone and have no idea what I'm talking about, SC stands for Success Club. And these are little mini benchmarks that Beachbody gives us as achievable goals to inspire lives each month. So, and they give us, and there's this little point system. So each person in which we inspire, a coach is rewarded 2 Success Club points for purchasing a challenge pack and participating in a challenge group. And so the goal is to inspire, when you first get started, 3 to 5 people a month. And if you consistently do that every month, you if you do that consistently in your first 3 months, you earn a free ticket to Summit, which is awesome. If you do it consistently on all throughout the year, you get an all expense paid trip. This year it's to the Mayan Riviera. Last year it was to Punta Cana. The year before it was a Royal Caribbean cruise. And it's just for inspiring 3 to 5 people a month. It's pretty awesome. So inspiring 3 to 5 people a month gives you a lot of perks and does build a beautiful community. But if you truly want to take this to another level, unfortunately, fortunately, however you want to look at it logistically, it does come down to numbers, and not everybody wants to be a superstar coach. But all of you are on this call tonight, and I know that this is your year and you guys are going to do great things. So if you guys don't have any more questions, I'll go ahead and end it here. Anybody want to close us out with any thoughts, anything? Otherwise, yeah, Lindsay, go for it.
I do. I'm sorry. Clean eating group, guys. First, I just want to say thank you for making it absolutely freaking amazing every single month. The amount of people that have been in these groups the past couple months is insane and overwhelming, and the participation has been incredible. So thank you, guys. And then quickly, usually at the end of our clean eating group, it ends on the first day or 2 of the next month. And this month, it's not like that. Monday is actually the 31st. So if you're thinking about Team Cup for August, you might want to strategize a little bit on when you want people to sign up. Like if you need to hit Success Club for July, then hit a couple people up with that Monday that they have to enroll. But then if you're looking for Team Cup, then you might want to wait till Tuesday. Just saying.
Strategy is important.
That's it.
All right.
Good nighty night.
Yep, good nighty night. I'm coming in, buddy.
Awesome. So, all right, great. So, and guys, don't forget, it is the last week of the challenge group. So certainly invite all of your people to coffee and cocktails. It's coffee talk this week to learn all about what we do as coaches, how we earn. And if you guys don't know what that is, it's just another group where all we do is talk about this business opportunity. We allow people to, we answer all those questions that people typically have objections about. We pretty much address everything, what we do every single day as coaches, how we make money. We talk about misconceptions as to why people don't want to do this. You know, maybe they think it's too expensive. Maybe they think it's a weird pyramid thing. Maybe they think, you know, there's all sorts of crazy things people come up with, and we just talk about it. I'm a personal trainer. I already got my own thing. You know, there's all sorts of things that we address. How to get started. You know, we talk about the Challenger to Coach way to start. We talk about the military discount. So many things that we cover in that group. So if you have people in your challenge groups and you're having a hard time, it's so much easier to say, hey, I'm going to be watching this too with my team. Do you want to hop on? And the recording will stay up for a week, so they can always go back and look at it again. Okay. But remember, people become challengers and coaches for one reason, and that's because you ask them. So ask and you shall receive, right? Put your arms up. All right, guys. That's it. We're done. All right. I really should be going to bed. I've been up since like 4. So good night, guys. Love and appreciate you all. Bye.